Hello, and welcome to the 10th episode of Entirely Crafty Podcast. I'm Lindsay. I hope everybody has had a great week. I had an alright week. It started out really good and then kind of went downhill from there. To this morning just kind of capped everything off. So we're just gonna get started because I don't really want to talk about that right now. So, this should be an exciting episode. We have some giveaways to talk about. We have some new projects that I'm working on. We have new acquisitions. um, yeah, I don't even know. I don't think it'll be a very long episode. Not really. I have a lot going on, but not a lot to show. So, this week is supposed to be a week of sewing. But that's not looking, that's not looking like it's going to happen now. But yeah, so I'll still get some sewing in, just probably not as much as I wanted to. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. So let's just get right into things. So on my group on Ravelry, if you haven't joined yet, please do. It's Entirely Crafty Podcast. If you go into the groups and do a search, you'll find me there. We are doing a Christmas Crunch craft along from November 1st to December 15th. I still have not decided on prices, but we have a little bit of time for that, so I will probably do some shopping for that, and we will see what we can find. So that is any finished objects that you are making for other people for Christmas that you can post on Ravelry. Post them in the group, in the thread, and I have put in chatter and prize and photos in all in one thread, so that I just want to try this format, see if it's a little bit easier, whatever, instead of having two different threads to post in, so that people can talk about what they're doing and all that kind of stuff. So when you post a picture, I will edit the picture and put a entry number on the bottom of the picture, and then I will put that entry number on the top of the thread as well, so that I can have an easy list of who's entered. So that should be fun. That again goes until December 15th. And yeah, so post all your finished objects for Christmas in there, because it'll be fun to see. I'm working still on toys and such, and then I'm thinking quite possibly that I will do a couple pairs of socks as well. We'll see how much stuff I get done. But yeah, so that should be fun. Acquisitions this week. I had a package from Yarn Inc. come in, and Yarn Inc. is from Calgary, and she is a local to me dyer, and I was quite excited to get this package because I do believe these will be two of the colors that I make socks out of if I do for Christmas gifts. So this will be good. So to start off, I received this. It's called Girlfriend, and it is 25% nylon, 75% superwash merino, and it's 463 yards. Awesome yardage in these, right? And beautiful colors, all pinks and purples and greens, and so pretty. And then to go on with that one, I also received Pinkalicious Rain. And it is again the same base, 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon, 463 yards. And I love this one. I think I might have something similar. Sorry. I think I might have something similar to this. And Wow, sorry, so sorry. I should have brought myself a drink today, but I wanted to get done recording quite quickly so that I could move on with my day. Um, so yeah, so I got both of those, and they're pretty awesome. So I'll probably do, like I said, some socks and such with these. So that's pretty exciting. Also, I received in the mail a shipment from January Yarns. I'm using her yarn for one of the MCALs that I'm participating in, and it was actually part of the shipment, so I should have 4 skeins here, and I only have 2 right now because 2 of them have already been casted on. So I received this one. It's called Oceanography. It's like a bluey green. It's so pretty. It's like a dark teal. Not as blue as it shows up on the camera there. It's in her staple sock, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon, 460 yards, and it's called Oceanography, if I didn't say that already. And again, this is from January Yarns, so januaryyarns.com or januaryyarns.etsy.com. I also received this one, and it looks fairly familiar. It looks the same, but it's not. This one is called Blue Spruce. It's more of a green than it is blue. So there might be like little tinges of blue in here, but it is mostly green. And I don't know if I can, maybe back here it looks like green. Yeah, so anyways, it's the same base staple sock. 75% merino, 25% nylon, 460 yards. And both of these colors together, like there you can see the difference in the colors. They're so beautiful. I believe Sarah, who's from January Yarns, she was making something out of the blue spruce and her silver lining colorway, and just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I had to get some of these skeins. The other 2 colorways that I got were a silver lining and a honey wheat in the same base, and I will show you those when I get to my works in progress. So I also received my knit crate for the week, so, or for the month, I guess. So it comes in a red envelope, as I've said before, and this time we received, as our cool gift, we received a fabric pill remover. And so apparently, if you look, there's the before and there's the after, and I have not pulled it out of the package yet because I don't have anything that has pills on it. But it says the lily brush is like a magic wand with nylon bristles. So I'll have to give that a try when I find something with with pills on it. So that's pretty cool. As our sweet treat, we received some teas from Talbot Teas. So I received 2 packages. One is supposedly caffeine free and one is caffeinated. So this one is Paris Breakfast, that it's caffeinated. It says elegant and delighting malty breakfast blend of the finest organic black tea leaves to awaken the captive senses, the ultimate wake-up tea. Enjoy plain or with a splash of milk. And then it also tells you the best way to steep it, and then it has organic black tea and organic cornflower petals in it. And then the caffeine-free one is called Blissful Blueberry. It says sweet and succulent fruit infusion with a heady aroma of berries that unfold like a bouquet of fresh flowers. And the ingredients are organic apple pieces, organic rose hips, organic hibiscus, elderberry, blueberry, cornflower petals, strawberry leaves, and natural flavoring. So again, it tells you the best way to steep it as well. So I will give those two a try. I'm always up for a good cup of tea. And as our yarn for the sock, like because I belong to the sock club, we received a skein of the Meow collection from Ancient Arts Yarn. Now the Meow collection, a portion of the proceeds when you buy a skein of this yarn will be donated to benefit stray and abandoned cats, which is pretty cool. So they give you this cute little card, and on the back it has two little cats that they're featuring. And I have wanted a skein of this for a while. I didn't get the skein that I would have chosen, but it is pretty anyways. I probably would have chosen either calico or tabby color. I really like the orange and the black. Or the Himalayan I would have chosen. Actually, no, sorry, not the Himalayan. I'm not sure which color that is. Anyways, if you go to their website, which is ancientartsfiber.com, they have a list of all of their colorways and what bases they carry them in, because I do believe you can get them in more than one base. And there's some beautiful, beautiful colorways, and yeah, they look exactly just like the cats. Like the tortoise one and all of those, they look exactly like cats that come. So I received the Himalayan, which is a fairly light colorway. So you can see it's like almost white up here, and then on this end it goes to a light brown. So I guess this colorway will be good for like lacy type design or something. I'm not sure what I will knit with this yet. It might end up being like paired with something else to maybe make a shawl, like a two-colored shawl or something. Just because I'm not sure that I would wear this light of socks. But it's pretty cool though. So, and then of course we received our coupon codes that we normally do. This time we received buy one get one free any pattern by Pam Powers on Ravelry. We received 15% off from Ancient Arts and 10% off anything from Knit Crate. So that's pretty cool. And then they talk a little bit about the pattern that they included in this as well. I couldn't quite see the pattern. I guess I'll have to go online on Ravelry and have a look at the pattern, but yeah, so, and then this sock yarn is 80% superwash BFL and 20% nylon, and it's 372 yards. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, so that's my Knit Crate for this month. Pretty cool. I'm always excited to get it. My husband's always excited to get it too, because usually he gets the sweet treat, but this time I get to have it. So that's quite fun. So that's all the acquisitions that I have. Wow, I'm already halfway through my podcast and it's only 13 minutes. Let me see, I guess I can talk about some stuff that I did last week. I went to Cinderella's, which is a local fabric / yarn store, and I bought some fabrics. And I also got a skein of I don't know where it went. I think it went sailing. I was moving stuff around and I think it went sailing, so I probably can't show you, but I got a skein of Madeline Tosh in like a wheat color, and I have no idea where it dropped to. Oh, I think I found it. Maybe if I can get it. I don't think I can. Anyways, it's just like a yellowy brown color, and it's pretty. And I think I'm probably going to make some socks out of it because I have a design idea, so we will see about that. And then, what else did I do this week? Lots of work. That kind of stuff, you know, the usual. So, you might be wondering what I'm wearing. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen my posts about finishing the tailspin test knit, which I said last week that I was going to, and I did. So here it is. Oh, I don't know if I can hold it back far enough, so I'll just kind of hold it one side and then the other, so you can see it goes this way and then up into that side. It is so pretty, and I loved knitting it. And you can wear it in different ways just because it lays so nicely on your shoulders. You can wear it just like a shawl, or you can wear it wrapped around. I think I'll put like a pin or something here if I was to wear it like this. But it'll just sit like that for now, I guess. So yeah, I finished it, and I blocked it on Sunday night, I believe, and then it was like dry right away in the morning. This is Madeline Taj Merino Light, and it dries so quickly, which is awesome because I couldn't wait to take it off and wear it. So yeah, it's a really pretty shawl. Once Josh releases the pattern, which I'm assuming I think he said he's going to do in January or something. He still has a couple of test knitters, I think, or one test knitter that's not done. But yeah, so I think he just wants to get through all of those. I really had fun test knitting it. It was a great test knit. It was, you know, like I really like how this is designed and how all of the shapes and everything run together. I guess I should have just left it off while I talked about it. You know, because you can incorporate so many different colors, and you know, I was talking with Josh about this shawl because like he loves to play with color, and you know, like some people don't, you know, so he was a little bit concerned about, you know, will people have trouble picking colors, and I suggested, you know, like when people do decide if they're going to do this shawl, to pick out all of your favorite colors and then decide which one of those favorites is your most favorite, and then put it down here or here. Like this green, this jade green that I have here, that is my favorite color of this shawl, and I put it second to last. And the reason I did that is because second to last, you get a lot of it in there. And Dirty Panther's the last color, and I chose that one because it kind of finished off the shawl, because it wasn't, it was more of an anchor color than it was like a pop color, right? So I chose that one as my last one. And then I used ink. So what I did here is I kind of did a gradient of blues, and then I did my pop of green, and then I did my black anchor. And I really feel like the shawl flows really well like that. And so if people are wanting to do this shawl, that's kind of how I would base it. You know, you don't have to go crazy with color. I also did mine with only one main color. In the shawl pattern, not to give away too much, there are two main colors, but I chose to do just one, and I think it looks beautiful like that. I think it looks beautiful the other way too, but you know, it's personal preference, right? And so people design stuff, and then you choose what colors you want to work with. And so this is the color palette that I chose, and I really like it. The best part of this shawl, I think, is the I-cord bind off. Even though it took me a little while, because there's like 500 and some stitches to bind off, it was fun, and like you can hide all your tails in there. So it was great. It was great to to sew in all the ends on this one because there weren't very many ends that I couldn't hide in my cord bind off, so, which was fun. So yeah, so if you decide that you like this shawl and you want to knit it, and when Josh releases the pattern, you know, you can go as crazy as you want with color, or you can be as subtle as you want with color. And I think this shawl would look good in a multitude of ways. I think this shawl would look awesome with a solid main color and a variegated stripe. I think that would be really cool. I also think it would look good in black and white. So many options, right? And it's an awesome shawl to wear too, and it's so warm. And because it's so big, you can wear it in totally different ways. So you have some fuzz on there. Cat fuzz. And so yeah, so I really think this is an awesome shawl. When Josh designed it for the Loopy U thing that ran this summer, Camp Loopy, well, I mean, he knows. I bugged him and bugged him and bugged him to get it done so that I could start test knitting it. And when he finally gave it to me, I think I cast it on that night. And even though I'm not as fast a knitter as his German test knitter, it was still, you know, like, I believe a week and a half to 2 weeks that it took me to knit it. And like, I think I started it October 22nd and I finished it November 2nd. So not very long, like 10 days. Pretty cool. So I think it flows really nicely because you want to get to the next section and the next section. And so it makes for a very interesting shawl knit. So I really hope that you'll get that when he releases the pattern. Because yeah, it's fun. It's a great shawl. And yeah. So that is my finished object for the week. I have works in progress. I have been working on my sock yarn blanket. I added 5 more squares to it, and I'm working on another one. I ordered from Signature Needles. I ordered longer DPNs for this because the DPNs that I was using, they were an inch shorter, and I found that they were digging into my hand right here. And so I ordered longer ones, and they finally came in, so that's pretty exciting. I just ordered 2. You can order singles of the DPNs, and so if you're only needing like one for like use it as a cable needle or whatever, that kind of stuff, it's pretty neat because you can just order one. So I ordered 2. The squares that I added this week, I added, oh, let's see. Okay, there we go. I added on both ends. So I added this sparkly one on this end, and the reason that I did that is because I wanted my corner to be more than one square. So I will go up from here instead of going up from here, just so that I have more than one square on the corner. And then I added these 2 here. So I guess I had 30. Maybe my math last week was wrong. I don't know. I added this one here, which I believe is a white birch fiber arts yarn, and I added this one here, which I had excuse me, I hand dyed this one myself a while ago. It's just mottled blue. And then I have that single one that I'm working on. So I guess I just added 4. Maybe I did my math wrong last time. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm 1 set of 2 blocks. That was a cat noise. Sorry. I had 1 set of 2 blocks left. until I try it on my bed again just to see if it is the right size. I really hope it is, 'cause I don't know if I want to go any wider, but I do want it to fit on my bed with a little bit of hangover, maybe 1 or 2 squares of hangover on both sides. So yeah, we'll see. So I've been working on that. I also did 2 more squares on my granny square blanket. I've now put that bag beside like where I sit to watch TV, so that if my husband and I are watching TV, I will work on that at least once, at least 1 square every time we sit down to watch TV. So that should get a little bit more progress now that it's in a good spot. I also started, last week I talked about Nanitswimo, which is National Knit a Sweater Month. And I'm participating in Sarah's Cow, and Sarah has the Planet Knit podcast that she just started. And so I'm participating in that. I'm doing the Mama Vertebrae, and it's all curled up right now, but it will uncurl eventually. So I've gotten about that much done. The first day that I knit to here, and then yesterday I did about 1.5 inches. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. The corners, like the mitered, or like that part, the increases look really neat. It's producing like a raised, excuse me, a raised edge, which is really cool. So what I have next on this one, I just need to get to where I need to split off the arms, and then I can knit down on the sweater. So that's coming along really nicely. I hope to get a little bit more progress on this today, mixed in with a bunch of other stuff I want to do today. Today's a pretty busy day now that my plans have changed for the week. So I am doing 2 mystery knit-alongs, and the first one I finished is Josh's Clue 1, and it looks kind of weird right now because it's all kind of bunched. There we go. So it's like that. So that's pretty cool. It's a different shape, right? It's pretty neat. I really like it. I'm enjoying this one. Just to, you know, like see how things are going to shape up as we go. And, you know, it kind of looks alienish at the moment. But it's neat. It's neat. It's very neat. I guess I could make a heart. There we go. I made a heart. And yeah, so my colors, these are the colors that I told you about, the January yarns. I'm using the Silver Lining, and I'm using the Honey Wheat, I believe it's called. Yeah, Honey Wheat. I will be right back. Okay, now that that's done. Kirby was getting into, like, Chris left his breakfast dishes on the sink today, and she was getting into that. So she loves milk, right? And so when Chris has cereal in the morning, he ends up, sometimes he rinses his dish and sometimes he doesn't. And so she likes to climb up there and like lick out all the milk from his bowl, which sometimes contains sugar, and I don't think I want her drinking that. So anyways, so yeah. So I'm really enjoying that mystery shawl, and I can't wait to see what Clue 2 is, because hopefully it will do something different. And because it's already different, you know. I really love doing mystery shawls because you never know what's coming, and it's so much fun. But he does promise that this time there's no cutting. So that's good. And then I'm also working on the Stephen West mystery knit along. I'm not done clue number 1 yet, but I will be before clue number 2 comes out, because it's really fun. It's a really fun knit. So you can see those are my color choices. So these are Socks That Rock. color choices. I was going to use this yarn for a Moonraker shawl, but I'm just not feeling the Moonraker shawl at the moment. So I may come back to it at some point and choose to do it anyways, but for now I just decided to use this yarn for this mystery knit along. So it's really quite fun. It does the same thing over and over again for a few more rows, and then that's clue number 1. And so it's really quite neat the way that this is constructed. It also has an I-cord cast on edge, so great place to hide ends, which is awesome. I love shawls like that. I mean, you really can't go wrong, right? When you have a place to put your ends and you don't have to fight with them to weave them in. So that's pretty fun. So these are all the colors that I'm doing. So it's a gray and then yellow and green and blue. And so I'm really having fun. I'm really enjoying that one as well. That's all I'm really working on at the moment. My sock yarn blanket, my sweater, and the 2 mystery knit-alongs. I'm also, like I said, working on like Christmassy toys stuff too, but I haven't really done a whole lot of that lately. I really should do, 15 minutes every day or something on those so that I can get them done. But I got some new eyes from Lucas, and I didn't grab them, but I can. Just give me 1 second. So he had his October breast cancer awareness fundraiser that he did, and he painted these beautiful, beautiful dragon eyes. They're gorgeous. I don't think my camera will focus on them, but they are absolutely gorgeous. So I am going to be using these on a few of my projects coming up, because I have some girls that I'm knitting for, and so I think these awesome pink eyes will be great. So I got 4 sets of those. I mean, you can't go wrong for $5 a set. His eyes are really, really reasonable. This is how they come. They come in a little bag with his Amy eyes thing. And he had these ones printed in pink, on pink paper for the breast cancer awareness, and so that's really cool. So I can't wait to add those to a project or two. And yeah, so I received those. I guess that would be part of my acquisitions too. I totally forgot about that until I was mentioning it. Sometimes, like when I get little items like that, I often forget that I received them, just because I end up putting them where they belong, so that they don't get lost. So they often get put away. So now that you've watched almost the whole episode, let's talk about the giveaways. So I'm going to pull up on my iPad each of the threads. I should have done this before I started podcasting. I'm such a bad podcaster today. Yeah, so the 2 giveaways that we had were the Knock Your Socks Off October, which was knit a pair of socks in October and post them to the group, and you'd be entered to win a skein of yarn. And here's the skein of yarn. I actually remembered to bring it this time. And it's from Wandering Wool, and she's an awesome dyer. This is her North Country sock base, and it's in the colorway Canopy. It's 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon and 463 yards. It's a beautiful, beautiful colorway. Greens and browns, so nice. So we're going to do that draw first. So I will pull that up, and I'll also pull up my random number generator thingy that I downloaded yesterday. I usually do this right on the computer, so I didn't even think of it. But there's some beautiful, beautiful socks in this thread. So let's pick a winner. So we have this. So I'm going to choose two winners. One will receive a copy of my House on Maple Street socks pattern, and one will receive this skein of yarn. So the rules for the prize, I will announce it here, and get a hold of me within the month with your mailing address, and I will send that away to you. If I don't hear from you within the month, so if I don't hear from you by December 4th, I will send you a private message. If I don't hear from you within a week of that, then I will redraw the prize. Okay, so I'm guessing everybody that has posted watches my podcast, so I'm sure we'll be fine, but just thought I would throw that out there because I don't want to end up like having like a pile of prizes that need to go out and nobody's getting hold of me, so I just want to keep things kind of moving along, you know? So the prize thread, the pairs of stocks start at thread 2. So put that in there. And it goes all the way to 22. And I don't need a repeater. And I'm going to generate 3 times, and then we will look at the number, okay? So 1, 2, 3. So this is number 3, and it's number 21. So you can see, oh, right there in that little box there says number 21. I should have got one that chooses numbers bigger. Number 21 is Marcia TF. She posted, here, I'll pull these up a little bit. Oh, I love these socks. I love the colorway of this socks. So she posted these. So she used the Fish Lips Kiss heel, which I love. I use in all of my socks. I love that heel. And they're called Plain Vanilla Halloween Socks. So, Marcia TF, get a hold of me, and I will send you this skein of Wandering Wool. Now we will regenerate, so I'm going to generate 3 more times, and this will be the pattern, my house socks pattern. So let's go back up to the top just in case. So 1, 2, 3, and it is number 10. So we will go to number 10. Post number 10 is Sylvanie. So she gets a copy of my House on Maple Street socks, and she did boyfriend socks. They're so cute. And so her socks, let me just click on them to see what the pattern is because they're really neat. They're kind of like geometric shape. They're called Bora. So you can click on her photo if you'd like to download that pattern. And so she has won a copy of my sock pattern. So congratulations, Sarah. And so yeah, so the 2 winners again are Marcia TF and Sylvanie. So that's awesome. Okay, so now that that giveaway is done, we will move into the other thread of giveaways, which is the current mini giveaway. All right, so let's get started on this draw. So we will do random number generator, and 5, we'll draw 5 numbers, and we'll do 3, and and it goes from 3 to 18, and so we go generate 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we will start with the first number. So the first number that they gave us is post number 8. And post number 8 is James! James, the dancing geek. He posted, I'd really like to use these mini skeins to do toes and heels on socks. I hope this counts as a mini skein project. Well, James, it sure does. That's pretty cool. So send me your mailing address, James, and I will send you a mini skein. Now, the next post says it is number 11. Post number 11 is Heather from Bunnyfish Crafts. I'm working on 3 sock yarn blankets. I have plans to make at least 3 more. Here are the ones I have in progress. So she's making a hexagon blanket, which is really cute. And this sock yarn blanket here, I don't know if you follow her on Instagram, but she's finished this one. That's pretty awesome. And then she started another one, which is awesome. So Heather, send me your mailing address and I will send those out to you. And next post is post number 15. So scroll up to post number 15. And that is Christy Rose. She is making this 6's blanket, which is like a hexagon blanket, except for they're flat. They're knitted flat, so they don't have 2 sides. And they're really cool. So that one, so Christy Rose, send me your mailing address, and I will send you some minis. Write that down. And the next number that is drawn number 17, who is, I'm going to screw this name up so bad. Waipui. And she is making these adorable patches out of mini skeins. Aren't they cute? And so, yeah. So she's good. So, Waipui, send me your mailing address and I will send you a mini skein so you can make more of these cute little patches. They're awesome. Okay, and the final number 5, would be number 20. Oh, wait. Why did it go to number 20? I asked for 18. Okay, I will draw the last one again. We'll just ask for one number between numbers 1 and 18. I'm not really sure why I did that. All right. 1, 2, I didn't hit it the first time. 3. Okay, it says post number 4. So post number 4 is Mari. And she is making a sock yarn blanket, a mited square blanket. Isn't that awesome? So she says, I'm making a scrappy blanket with my mini skeins of sock yarn and would love to have one of these to add to my blanket. Marie. So, Mari, send me your mailing address. Okay, so those names again are Dancing Geek, Bunnyfish, Christy Rose, Waipui, and Mari. For winning mini skeins, send me your mailing addresses and I will ship those out for you. Sylvani and, sorry, I really need to keep better track of things. I didn't write down the first ones. I really should have. Go back into the Knock Your Socks Off October thread. Oops, wrong one. Marcia TF, that's what it is. Write that one down. So Marcia TF, send me your mailing address and I will send you this skein of sock yarn. And Sylvani, I will get your pattern out to you shortly. And yeah, so that is all the giveaways. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed participating in those. I hope to find some awesome prizes for the Christmas Crunch craft along. I'm thinking probably, well, at least one skein of yarn for sure, and then maybe some other little small gifts. We'll see. We'll see what I find. I still have like a month to find something, so hopefully you guys will enter even though you don't know what the prices are. Maybe it'll be a surprise, right? so yeah, I think that's all I have. I have some surprises coming in November, some good surprises, and I've been in talks with a person to do an interview in November. I'll give you a little sneak peek. And she has agreed to do one, and so we're going to get together and do an interview. So that should be fun. I will get to hang out with her, and you'll have to wait until that episode airs to find out who it is, because I can't give anything away. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about shop stuff, shall we? Shop stuff is going well. I posted some some bobbin bags in the shop. I posted those last week, and I have some more bobbin bags that are currently in progress, and I have some more wedge bags in progress. And sorry, I'm just looking at my list of all the in production stuff that I have going on. And I have some sock bags in the progress. I have some custom orders that I need to do this week. And yeah, so lots of sewing, lots of things to do this week. So I hope everybody has a fantastic week. I hope you get lots of knitting done. And we shall see what I get done this week. Yeah, so post in the threads. Remember, there's whips in progress threads, there's spinning progress threads, there's the Christmas Crunch craft along thread, and I think that's it. Let's see all your progress. If you're doing the knit a sweater in November, tell me. I'd like to see it. If you're working on any other mystery knit-alongs or anything and you want to share them with us, let me know. So that would be great. I was thinking about participating in Foxes and Socks knit-along. They're doing a hands knit-along, so mittens, gloves, that kind of stuff. I was thinking of doing that. I'm not sure now, excuse me if I will, but we will see. I might cast something on. I think it has to be 500 grams, I think, is what they've said now from their last podcast. So whether I knit like 3 pairs of kids' mittens or whatever it is, has to be like over 500 grams, which is cool. So I think that's like a pair of adult size mittens, and then if you knit kids ones, then obviously you knit more pairs and then post them in the same thread. So that's pretty cool. I guess I could give them a shout out because I do watch their podcast, Foxes and Socks there. Beth and Carrie, and they're a sister duo, and they're pretty awesome. They usually record in their own separate houses because they live far apart, but this last podcast that they did, they were together, which was kind of fun. And it's a good podcast because they, you know, like the banter back and forth type thing. It's quite fun. So check that podcast out. And I think that's all I have for this week. So happy knitting! Okay, bye!